Rudy, you're on with the incredibly strange little man, Tim Kurkjian. Go ahead, Rudy.
Hey, Tim. Who's going to be the Cardinals' next manager, and are the Dodgers going to get any pitchers?
I think the Dodgers will get a reliever. Everybody needs another reliever these days, and there are relievers to be had. I really don't know who the next manager of the Cardinals is going to be, but my best guess would be Joe Girardi. He's really good at managing, and the Cardinals need to make a complete turn here, so that would be my speculation for the day.
Ryan, you're on with Tim Kurkjian. Go ahead, Ryan.
Hey, Tim, I was wondering, how is it possible that a pitcher like Tanaka can pull both hamstrings running to home plate, but you didn't pull anything running the bases the other day?
Well, he was running faster than I was, certainly, and I only had to run 120 feet, which I guess is more than he had to run. And I had to score on that play because Andre Dawson was the hitter, and he's a Hall of Famer, so now he's got, 1,561 RBIs or whatever it is. So I was under pressure to score when a Hall of Famer hits a rocket to left field.
Mike, you're on with Tim Kurkjian. Go ahead, Mike.
How you doing, Jimmy? What do you think about the Brewers' chances, and who should we pick up?
The Brewers need another pitcher for sure, like every other team out there. I just don't see a pitcher out there who's going to make an enormous difference in the pennant race right now. Jay Happ, guys like that can help, but they're not difference makers, and that's where the Brewers are going to have to keep looking and looking until they can find the right guy.
I can't believe that person listens to our show.
Neither can I. Matthew, you're on with Tim Kurkjian. Go ahead, Matthew.
Hi, Kirk Gum. Are the Cubs for real? I'll take my answer off air.
Same with this guy.
Are the Cubs for real? Yes, the Cubs are really good again, and I think they and the Dodgers, led by the Dodgers, are the two best teams in the National League. The Cubs are a really good second-half team under Joe Madden. We'll see where they go from here. I have their game Monday night in Chicago against Diamondbacks.
Doug, you're on with Tim Kurkjian. Go ahead, Doug.
Movie title is Jimmy's Johnson.
I'm sorry, Dan, I missed that. What?
Mike, you're on with Tim Kurkjian. Go ahead, Mike. Jimmy's Johnson is what you missed. Jimmy's Johnson. Jimmy's Johnson. Mike, you're on with Tim Kurkjian. Go ahead. Whoa! Whoa!
There's one to go.
Whoa! Mike, you're on with Tim Kurkjian. Go ahead.
Hey, Tom, if Clayton Kershaw was forced to use a kickball on a Little League-sized field, do you think anybody on the show could get a hit off of him?
A kickball, like throwing a kickball?
No, yeah, like pitching the kickball, and if anybody could get a hit off of it.
A kickball? What the hell kind of question?
Well, the ball the size of a kickball.
I understand why that person listens to our show.
I mean, I'm definitely going yard on Kershaw. I don't know about you guys.
I think somebody on the show could get a hit when Kershaw throws a kickball. If you're using an aluminum bat, there's only the ball obviously so much bigger, and he can't throw it nearly as hard. So yes, I would say somebody on the show could get one hit off of Kershaw throwing a kickball.
Especially in the postseason, right, Timmy?
Does Mike Greenberg look like he eats a burger with a fork and a knife? Does Adam Silver look like the guy who cannot find the right button to hold the doors open on the elevator you just missed?
Bowling pin.
He is the bowling pin. Does Sal Palantonio look like the distant relative at a wedding who excitedly approaches you and says, "Oh my God, I used to change this guy's diapers"? It is pretty good, right?
Yeah, really
Does
good.
J.J. Redick look like the guy at the gym who tries to take gym selfies, but when someone walks by, he pretends to scratch his head nonchalantly? Ooh, a snort,
Yes.
a delightful snort. Does Ed Hockley look like the guy at the gym loading the bar with too much weight for the bench press? He looks at you and smiles and says, "The real show starts after I warm up." Daniel, you're on with Tim Kurkjian. Go ahead, Daniel.
Hey, Tim Bellina, I got a question for you. Who is the worst pitcher to have a no-hitter in history, and who is the best pitcher to never have a no-hitter?
Okay, I didn't hear the first part, but
Worst
Roger
pitcher,
Clemens-
worst pitcher to have a no-hitter, best pitcher to never have a no-hitter.
Well, I think Roger Clemens has to be the best pitcher to never have a no-hitter. And the worst pitcher, boy, this is terrible. Joe Cowley had a no-hitter, and I think he walked 8 guys in the no-hitter. Doug Rader, the great Doug Rader, told me after the game, he said, he was joking, of course, he said, he was so bad I didn't even shake his hand after the game. And they were teammates. They had 8 walks in the no-hitter. So I'll go with Joe Cowley. That's not very nice, though.
Does Joe Buck look like a villain who is planning on cutting down the forest in a kid's movie full of cartoon animals? Does Phillip Rivers look like the NASA test pilot walking unscathed across the desert plateau, the screaming flames of his exploded rocket right behind him?